And so there's my 1975 Chevy Nova. It's the first time I'm turning my car on in a week or so since we had all this snow. We got a total about a foot or so. This is the first time I'm going on to see if my car will start. I got some of it covered, but I came out here to get all the snow off of it and get it running and warm for tomorrow because I have a busy day tomorrow. Well, here it is. It's a 1975 Chevrolet Nova. I have aftermarket rims, obviously. They're Kragers. They're 17-inch, and they're actually really wide in the front, and they're a little bit wider in the back, as you would expect with the classic muscle car. It's the coupe, obviously. There is a sedan version, but I didn't really want to get that. Also, this one was available for a lot cheaper. And this is how it kind of sounds. And then I just recently replaced my taillights. I had the original conventional bulbs in there, but they just weren't bright enough for me. So I put some LEDs on there. The back ones on the left actually stay lit like they are right now. They don't flash. This one right here is my turn signal and brake light and hazard. I really want to change it to be amber. I know I can 3D print some Nova headlight bezels that'd be clear, so it'd be pretty cool to make custom taillights for it. And then the this one is the reverse light. I guess they put the reflectors on the top and bottom so I could have reflectors on the back of my car, but I'd like to clean it up some, change where the reflectors are, and I will stick with LEDs. I'll try to do some cool stuff, but we'll see whenever I get the money for it. It's kind of expensive. The taillight ones, if I'm to get OEM, they are $200. And I don't really want to spend that when I imagine I could get those cheaper if I 3D model one and get it printed. So that should be fun. I actually got a new trunk light as well. That's a LED. So much brighter. Upgrading to LEDs is totally worth it. This is the inside. I'm waiting on my LED dome light to come in. The door handle ended up breaking, the plastic, so I have to order some new ones, and they're $200 as well. This is pretty much all original interior. It is avocado green, and I actually kind of like it. As you can see, it's got some nice back bench seats and front seats. I have two 6x9s back there. They're Focals. I think they sound really well. I wouldn't mind upgrading to a Bose audio system though. I really like how Bose sound, so maybe I'll end up getting those, but that's a really expensive setup to get. I'm likely going to end up changing this. I'm not too sure what I want to change it to really though. It's all original. I've been doing a lot of work on my car, so it's kind of in pieces. Down here, that black box at the top middle of the screen, that's my heater vent back there. And I lost the cover that's supposed to go there and direct the heat to go underneath the seat and circulate to the back of the car. But I think I have it. I just haven't been able to find one. I don't know if I want to replace it. I wouldn't mind getting an AC unit in this. It would be nice for those really hot days. I don't have a headliner, so up here we'll end up collecting a bunch of water, and then it'll like rain in my car, which is hilarious. I end up having to bring a lot of like cloths and towels and stuff to dry it off whenever I go to drive the car. I was looking at some headliners, and those are pretty expensive. I'd probably be spending $1,000 on the headliner itself to get the insulation and then to get the headliner on top of it. And then I found out I could get all the hard pieces replaced as well, because some of them are old and sun damaged. So like that pillar back there and the one on this side, and I can get these. I can get those replaced as well. Those will most likely come in black, but I could paint them any other color I want afterwards. I'm gonna end up possibly replacing the door with a fiberglass one, so I don't have to deal with rust underneath here, because it ends up being quite the problem and can cause a lot of the doors to rust through, and it kind of sucks. You can see here that there's some rust there, and it's because it's just not really well insulated right now. I'm gonna end up taking this off, maybe replacing it with the black one so everything matches. But there's these really cool heat shields that I want to get for my car. Well, not heat shield, like a moisture shield. And I forget what cloth it is. I'll have to check it up later. But it's a moisture barrier, and then it'll be a new panel here. And then, of course, a new door handle. I don't know what I want to do about that. I'll probably just go to another OEM, because I like them. They fit really well where my shoulder sits, so I actually like having that there. I was actually thinking about buying motorized windows, but I don't know if I'm going to do that one, because that's going to be a lot of changing. Let's see if I could get this uncovered. Looks like my little brother's home. We're about to leave to go pick up his girlfriend. What a bunch of nerds. So here's the other side. I had a tree branch from some of these fucking evergreen trees come down and hit my trunk, so I got a nice dent here. Really pisses me off. I don't know how expensive that's gonna be. I'm gonna have to go to some body shop, and I don't know. The problem I'm running into is this is a matte black primer paint over it, and then it goes to the original paint. I didn't sand it because I didn't want to. I was fixing side stripping on the car that went down this way. Well, when I first bought the car like 10 years ago, it was avocado green, and it had the side stripping along the side. Well, I believe it was this door, the side stripping was actually coming off because it doesn't have any screws in it. The back here and on the front of the quarter panel, it was screwed in, but it was just falling off the door. So I ended up taking it all off along all the sides, and it was okay. I saw that the glue on it was crystallized, but I didn't see any issues with the paint underneath. Well, I ended up getting up one day, and I saw rust streaks all along it, all the way to the front. I was like, shit. So I ended up getting like a paint scraper, and I ended up chipping all the glue off, and then I ended up taking a sander to it and cleaning it up. And then I got the black paint and I did it, and all I had was a black streak going along the side, and I was like, that doesn't look that good. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to paint it again. So I went and got it a bunch of black primer paint, painted the shit out of it. I want to change it so bad in the future. There's a few cool technologies. I live in Washington, and I believe I can't have like underglow. I would love to have underglow on this. And then there's this really awesome paint that I saw that is it illuminates. You wire it up and you flip a switch and the paint lights up on your car. So I could have like a drawing of whatever the fuck I want to have, and it'll light up so you'd be able to see it at night. I guess I'd have to have a switch specifically for it and not have it on all the time, so I could at least drive with it, and then when I park or something I could turn it on and have it glow. Probably put it on a separate battery but on the same alternator. I'm not sure. The front lights here are conventionals. These ones blink, and remember the red ones back there don't. So these blink here. My tail lights, which are red, which annoys me, and then these amber lights here, they all flash. So I really like it. I kind of want to set it up so the back lights flash too, because I really like it as a warning system for people, because it's a classic car and I don't want it to get hit. I'm thinking about going to a new bumper, getting one custom made. I wouldn't mind getting one that's angular as well, that kind of goes with the body. Alright, so I'm gonna set you down, probably right over here. Bye, Paul. Bye. Big ass pile of snow. Alright, gotta take these legs out. There's one. 2. And 3. All right. I'll pull you back a little bit. All right. So here, it's my Nova. I got it in 2009, 2008. I got it with 33,000 miles on it, and for $4,000. It's pretty awesome. Nobody had even sat in the back seat. Somebody, the first guy that bought it was an old man, but he loved the car. Well, he was old, and then he got older to the point where he couldn't drive, and he ended up garaging it. A friend of his saw it that was younger. He's like, hey, can I get the car from you? He's like, sure, you could have it, but the guy that was buying it was also old. So he got the car, and he's gonna have it be a project car, and he just had a lot of projects, so he's trying to downsize a little bit. And so then I was looking for a new car. I had a 93 T-Bird. It was a piece of crap. It was a death trap. But let me go ahead and rev the car for you guys so you could actually hear how it sounds at a higher RPM. I don't have anything mounting for my car, so I couldn't take you on trips, but maybe go on a couple trips and look around where I live so you guys can get kind of an idea. Alright, give me 1 minute. Alright, so how was that? I really like how it sounds. I thought about making it quieter, but I really like where it's at when it's idling right now. It sounds super good. On the highway it gets a bit loud, but I could probably get some sound deadening material that I want to get to re-insulate the inside. I want to get sound deadening material and insulator, and then I want to lay down new carpet. I want to do the same to the ceiling. I need to get the sound deadening stuff, the insulation, and then the new headliner. And that one's pretty expensive as well. I'll open up the engine and show you that. And this is how you open up the engine bay of a 75 Nova. Sorry for it being night. I found out that I needed to go somewhere tomorrow in my car, so I needed to make sure it turned on, and it did. I just did quite a bit of electrical work. I could show you guys that later on another video. Sorry, I'm getting these legs out of the way. Come on, there you go. Alright, let's go look at the engine. Alright, so this is the air filter. I changed it recently. Make sure you change those. I kept forgetting and kept forgetting and kept forgetting about changing it, and I had mine way gunked up. And my car was running like shit. Well, I ended up replacing it, and it started running so much better all of a sudden. It was kind of nice. So keep an eye on your air filters. It makes a difference. Underneath the air filter, that right there is a Edelbrock 750 CFM carburetor. And it's pretty big. I should probably step down to the 600. When I originally bought the motor, I bought it for about $2,000. It was a Chevy 4-bolt main truck motor. The reason you do that is because there's these arms that hold the crank on. And the model that this originally came with, which was a 262, a V8, but a 262, this is a 350 with a 400 crank, which makes it a 383. Or a stroker motor, as you might hear it be called sometimes. But yeah, so the arms holding the crank down, if there's only two, it has a chance of exploding. The one I have has 4, so it's, you know, less likely to explode. Which is a good thing, because I originally bought the motor and it came with a supercharger, and I wanted to put it on there so bad because I want to have a blower sticking through here, not covered by a cowl or anything, so it's just free shaking out there. I think it looks so good on this car. I did some electrical work. I need to do some more work on my batteries, as you can see, but I've just been too sick to do anything for them. The battery's actually sitting on a custom tray that I made, because the one that was originally in there was super corroded, so I had to take it out, and it gave me it sucked. And so I got this new one in. I found out that I could actually find a original battery tray for it, but they're kind of spendy, and this one's working. Maybe I'll end up changing it to make the battery more secure so it doesn't wobble around. This silver tray that it's on is an Optima tray, and then this metal plate is what's attached to the body. So it goes, this plate attaches to this plate here. This is just a piece of sheet metal that I grinded to fit what I needed it to fit. And there's like a bolt over here, and then I think a bolt over here, and a bolt down there. I was actually replacing the starter, which is down there. See if I can get you that thing right there. That copper dealio. It's really hard to see. It's like down there. That right there. And I had to put that on there. And because it wasn't starting. It was fucking up. I also had to splice new cable here. This is a shrink wrap around that. And it goes into this plug. I had to replace that plug because it was all messed up and it wasn't plugging into the alternator and it wasn't charging my battery. So my car was dying. So I got that replaced. I did some here. I got the starter replaced. And I got the backlights replaced to LEDs. I'm working on the dome light. I got a new plastic piece, as you might have saw. The old one was like super brittle, and when I touched it, it just kind of crumbled when I went to replace the light. This back here is the brakes. They're manual brakes. They're not power assist. I actually really like manual brakes. I think they're really comfortable. I feel safer. I know how much I'm braking. When I drive, that's a 2001 Honda Odyssey, or this right here, it's a Nissan Frontier. It's pretty nice, but the brakes are super sensitive, so you barely press on them, and you're already braking a lot. With this, I can actually press pretty hard on the brake and get a better feel of how much I'm actually braking. And I like it just so much more. The heater core is actually aftermarket. I took the original heater core and I took it to the shop that you go to get those worked on, a heater core shop. I think there's another name for them, but I took it there, and it was the last one that an old guy actually did that was running the shop. It was his last project that he was working on, and so far it's been amazing for me. It's I want to say a 4-core instead of a 2. I believe that's how it said. I'm a little stoned right now, so you got to give me a break. Then here, I got the original grill. It is a pain in the ass to keep clean. And I would like to go to another one that's like silver, kind of like how this is here, except I want it to kind of go all the way across. And I kind of want to get rid of the Chevy emblem. And I might end up doing something custom for the headlights. I found these really cool custom ones that the light actually has like a halo that's RGB, and then it has LED lights in it as well that are really nice and bright. And I'd love to do that upgrade because I'm not happy with these conventionals. They're not very bright and I don't feel very safe driving at night with them. So I kind of want to upgrade it. That's why I've been doing the light upgrades. I want to get these replaced to LEDs as well, because I want to be seen. I don't want to get in an accident. So getting LED for this on each side, and then LED this, and they'll have everything LED except for the dashboard. So yeah, that's my Nova. Fucking hood. So yeah, the blower from the supercharger will come out about here, and will be just sticking out. I know I live in Washington with all the fucking trees and rain all the damn time, but it's okay. It won't flood the motor. I would have to be like driving through a pool for it to fuck up the car. What's up, Dad?
What the fuck are you doing?
Telling people about my car.
Wow.
Yeah. I figure some of them might want to know, so.
Just out here killing the
Yeah. 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 It was on for a really long time though. But yeah. So I'm gonna get this cover taken in, get the snow taken off of it so I can let it dry before I put it on the car again. And then get the brush over there. There he goes. He's moving. But yeah, that's a Nissan, the Frontier. I like it. It's a nice car. Or truck. Alright. So you guys have a good one. I'll tell you more about the car at some time. Or if you want to know anything specific, go ahead and let me know. And I'll tell you what I can about it. It's actually pretty cool. I love classic cars. I would love to get a bunch of them and make them real nice instead of getting like these McLarens and Lamborghinis. It would be amazing to have a Lamborghini, but I love classic cars. I think they're so much more fun and pleasant. They're easy to work on. Like I could do all the electrical under there and not need some sort of special degree or knowledge that allows me to access it or just help pay for it. This is my lights right here. And then down there, that button, that is the high beams. So I just click it with my foot and it switches to the high beams. There we go. Oh, I was going to say, the hood isn't lined up properly. Been trying to fix it. I think I need to get some WD-40 for the hinges so I can clean them up. Because it used to not be an issue, but it's been an issue. It's been sitting a lot. You can see over here, it clips here and broke some of the paint. So it's actually starting to rust a little bit. I kind of want to get all this replaced as well. And then this. So this and this. I'm having to be a little careful because the snow is presenting a problem. Alright, so that's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.